Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning. So happy to welcome Mayor Pat Fallett from Louisville, Ohio, and Jackie Clapper. Jackie, your position.
I'm the president of the board of directors for the Louisville Area Chamber of Commerce, and my husband and I own the Louisville Herald.
Oh, my goodness. You two are so very busy.
Yes.
Busy ladies.
Very
who
true.
Who
Very
really
true.
didn't need anything else, but you decided to do something else.
That's correct.
You got an opportunity to do something very special. Beginning today.
Absolutely.
Tell us what that is.
The Chamber and the Constitution Committee were offered the opportunity to be involved with bringing the moving wall, which is the half-size replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial from Washington, D.C., into our community to present it and give people the opportunity to come see the wall that they may never be able to see in Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. It is our honor and our pleasure to be able to do this. As we speak, the wall is going up at the Barley Event Center, the former New Michelin Grange out on Eastern Street out in Louisville. And we couldn't be more excited to have this happening. It's going to be a 5-day event. The wall will be available to view 24 hours a day for the next 5 days.
When you say half size or a smaller replica of the original wall, how large of a wall are we going to get to see in Louisville?
It takes a full acre to set it up on. It is 220 feet long and 80 feet deep is the requirements for this land just to put it up. And that doesn't include anything else going on around it, such as any plants or any walkways or anything like that. That's just the requirements for the wall itself.
Are the names still legible?
Yes, they absolutely are. And you can etch them as well. So we will have vellum paper and crayons and black crayons for you to be able to etch those names. We will have a directory on site so that we can look up a name. If there's someone in particular you want to know where they are on the wall, we can find that for you and help you find it.
This is somewhat of a coup. How did you pull this off?
Oh my gosh, our director, Rhonda Griffin, had been working on doing an event at the Barley Event Center that weekend anyway, but then she had checked out to see if this was even available because it goes to 1,400 cities across the country.
Yes.
And it just so happened that it was available this weekend. And it will be coming down the day before Patriot Day. And then leading into our Constitution Week festival events of the naturalization ceremony, the Queen's pageant, the parade, the community banquet, the prayer breakfast that the mayor holds.
Almost as if we had a plan, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very
or
much so.
someone
Yes,
had
it
a
is.
plan.
Someone had a plan.
It's so perfect.
And what's even more exciting, the more we get into it and challenging for us, when we go on their website and look to see what goes into creating this event, most communities spend a year putting this together.
Yes, and you've been able to do it in what amount of time?
1 month.
Oh, my goodness. All right. I've got a million questions now. Tell me the process, because even now as we speak, they're putting up the wall. I mean, that takes a lot. You've got a lot of hands on deck,
We
right?
have to have a lot of volunteers help us, starting from when they start putting it up until we take it down. There has to be volunteers there to help people when they come there, maybe to help them to get to the wall or help them walk down by the wall or do the sketching, whatever needs to be done. We need a lot of volunteers, and we've reached out to the different organizations to see if some people will be coming. Plus, it's open 24/7 around the clock, so we have to have security there also. So this is something that we are so pleased that we can offer our veterans, our first responders, and their families to come to Louisville and see this.
Well, it's really something to be showing the due respect, the long overdue respect to our
Absolutely.
Vietnam War veterans.
Absolutely.
And wanting to know if there is some kind of special accommodations for them, particularly wounded warriors, so that they are able, it's handicap accessible, I'm certain.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And one of the nice things we have also is they're offering the elder care facilities to bring their veterans that are in the facilities, bringing them on September the 10th on Monday to have their own viewing of the wall. So, again, we will need a lot of volunteers to help with that. But we're hoping that the many veterans will be able to come.
Yes. I think the thing that really is mind-boggling when you see the wall in Washington, D.C. is how many names there are on the wall.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
even going, I used to get to help chaperone those 8th grade trips.
Right.
Yes.
Even 8th graders understood that was just solemn. They would get so quiet.
Right.
They did.
Have you noticed,
Yes.
what's it like being around this right now?
I've got goosebumps right now.
Right. Yeah, me too.
I
me
do.
too. Yes. And it's nice. Our school is allowing the students to come over and view the wall as a field trip.
Oh, great.
One of our teachers that is really involved with the Veterans Day program at our church or at our schools, and he has been able to get the buses to bring students over to view the wall, because there's probably some that have not gone to see it. They can't afford to go, so this would be their opportunity.
Well, what about other school systems? Because there was some kind of a mix-up with the bus company this past year. There were some schools who had to cancel that trip. So is this you're inviting everyone?
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody is welcome.
The letter went out this past week to all of the school systems in Stark County that they are welcome to come. We would love for them to be able to come on Friday or Monday, recognizing that, they can't do a school trip on the weekend most likely, but they are welcome to come. And we feel that's very important, especially being Constitution Town, USA.
Right.
Louisville values children being taught our history and what sacrifices have been made. I too chaperoned the 8th grade trip with my daughter, and I have to tell you, I saw the wall for the first time myself then, and that was about 8 years ago. And the children they walked to the wall, they were quiet, they touched it gently, they asked pertinent questions. Why is it cold? It's in the sun. And the veterans that were manning the wall were able to explain all of that. And of course, they wanted to see Sharon Lane's name, our hometown
Hero.
Absolutely.
I think even those who have seen it in Washington will want to see this again.
Absolutely. And we have another special event on Sunday. We have a resident in St. Joseph Healthcare. He's 96 years old, was in World War II. He was on the beach of Normandy.
Wow.
He did not get his diploma. So they have been able to make connections with his family and the Louisville Board of Education, and they're going to present him with his diploma on Sunday, September the 9th at 2:00 p.m. that day.
You all just always just absolutely leave me wrecked with what you plan.
Well, and
that is amazing.
Absolutely.
We will have a special reception for all veterans from 12 to 4 that day, recognizing that not everybody can be there at 2:00 to visit with Roy Ridgway. But we want a special time for our veterans so noon to 4 that on Sunday the 10th. We will have a special reception with refreshments, and we just encourage all veterans to come.
Don't you think that students who graduate from Louisville, if they truly are paying attention and attend all the things that your community puts together, they have a bit of a leg up as far as citizenship and knowing our Constitution.
Right.
And historically, where everything fits in, you're really preparing them, aren't you?
We're doing our
trying.
best.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to do that.
Well, let's talk about everything going on, because there is quite a bit. All right, right now, if anybody is hearing this and they're saying, oh, they sound like they need help, I'll run over and help. Can you still use help as far as
Absolutely.
being a wall?
Absolutely.
Many hands make quick work.
That's exactly right. So when does everything begin?
We will open the wall for viewing at 5 p.m. At 6 p.m., we will have a dedication, and Mayor Pat will be giving us a proclamation to the community for bringing this event here. That will be a short ceremony. We'll also be posting the colors at that point.
Louisville Community Choir is singing.
Absolutely. They will be singing our favorite American songs and encouraging the people attending to participate in that. Presenting. So that's all part of Constitution Town, USA.
Absolutely.
Right.
So Thursday will be the kickoff, and most importantly, also in the poll building, we also have, Aaron's has been gracious enough to give us couches and love seats for in the poll building for people as a comfort station, for those who become overwhelmed when they come to the wall, to be able to go sit and gather their thoughts and their emotions. also if people need some support with that.
Yes.
And also for our volunteers to go into and rest while they're there attending to the wall. That will also be open and be starting that day as well. We'll have water provided from different businesses within Louisville that have just been so supportive of this effort so quickly.
And that is all today.
That's all today.
So what else then? Because you've got like an entire week's of fun things planning.
We've named the days. So Friday is Cruise Into the Wall. So
cool.
There will be a car show that evening because we recognize that football is king in Stark County, and that's okay.
Yes.
And that's actually Louisville's first home game on that Friday.
Oh, my
correct.
goodness. Okay.
So we recognize that a lot of people will be there. So we are providing something for all different people.
Very
So
cool.
our cruisers in Stark County that like to come out for their car show, we will be having that there as well.
We are also having something for the children that come so that we can talk to them a little bit about the Constitution, what the purpose of the Constitution is, what it means to us. We've asked the children also to bring pictures of their family that's been in the service or veterans of any kind to be able to put it on the special wall that the kids will have for the Constitution activities. So that will be going on for the students also. Those that don't go to the football games but want something else to do can come and be a part of it.
And the cruise in begins at what time?
At 5 o'clock on Friday.
And do you already have all your cars that are going to
They
be there
usually follow
tomorrow?
us.
They follow us, and they all know. They have their own special group, and they all communicate with one another, and they come out.
Very, very cool. Then Family Day on Saturday.
Absolutely. And one of the things that has also will be coming is the Marlboro Volunteers Mobile Military Museum will be there the whole weekend as well. And that's being sponsored by Rapid Response and Steve Toohey. He has sponsored them coming. So they will be there. So that will be there.
What
for the
kinds of
children to go
things
through.
do we see at the Military Museum?
It's a full trailer.
All kinds of
Memorabilia?
memorabilia that shows what the men and the women wore during the war times.
Going how far back?
I would
Do we
say
know?
I think to the Civil
War.
Truly.
Yes.
Wow.
And we also are having a helicopter. The Maps Museum is bringing down a helicopter to be on display. There will be flags from the
Flags of Freedom.
Flags of Freedom will be there. They're hoping to put up about 1,500 flags.
Well,
around.
500 because the property, we're going to try and put the flags behind the wall and just really make it an impressive
It'll
display.
be spectacular.
Yes.
Tell me about American-made movie.
That, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to show that. Clyde Strickland is out of Georgia. His wife had surgery, had rather significant surgery, and he's in his 80s, and so is his wife, and so they are not going to be able to travel up to see us this weekend, unfortunately.
Okay.
But they're in our prayers, and she's doing well.
Yes.
But
Absolutely, that's good news.
yes.
Tell me then about the Kids Constitution Corner. What is going on there?
That's what Mayor Pat was speaking of.
Okay.
We will
Yes.
have crafts. We will have coloring books. We will have the
pamphlet,
Constitution Committee.
we have pamphlets that talks about the Constitution, even as a copy of the Constitution, and it has an index. If they have a question, they can look at that index, and it'll tell them where they need to go to find the answer to it.
What ages of kids are we talking about?
Any age,
Preschool
really,
to-
preschool and up to the high school.
through college.
Very,
Yes,
very cool.
yes.
Oh, and again, families can bring pictures of loved ones who served.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For our Veterans
Awesome.
Wall of Honor, that we will be posting those pictures. Now, if they want the picture back, they're going to have to come pick the picture up themselves. But so bring a copy of a picture. Just put it on your photo.
Right, because you are
copier
leaving
and-
it there.
Yes,
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll be up. Those will be up the whole time the wall is here.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Well, taking a look at the clock, we need to take a short break. We'll be back with Jackie and Mayor Pat after these words. You're listening to Our Community.